Hello, Aquarius, Aquarius Rising and Aquarius Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 15th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you Aquarius people, I have gone back to a Monday through Friday work schedule for the first time in years. Due to popular request, a lot of folks have been asking for a Friday availability from me, so I will no longer be doing Sunday through Thursday work weeks. I will be doing Monday through Friday. Just a heads up for anyone who wants to know. Now, if you do want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's where you do the self-schedule app to get an appointment or order a downloadable video file. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Aquarius people? Well, we do have, on Thursday, the Sun forming a lovely connection with Chiron. And this is between your 4th house of home and family, Taurus, and your earned income sector, Pisces. And some kind of breakthrough is coming from a relative, or possibly even a neighbor, or somebody we regard as family, in the form of some big supplement, some big financial supplement coming your way. You know, Chiron tends to show up as a wound that won't heal, and this could be an outstanding issue, or maybe even bruise on your finances that will be cleared up with the help of this person's intervention. On Friday, we have Saturn, currently retrograde in Sagittarius in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming a gorgeous trine to Uranus in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And the opportunity to reunite with a good influence in an old friend that you don't get to spend very much time with anymore, or perhaps just haven't had the same kind of relationship that you used to when it was in its glory days, is coming back around. Whether or not we've just distanced ourselves from this person, they've distanced themselves from us, or we've just simply drifted apart due to circumstance and time, this is an opportunity to break that bad habit and get back together with your buddy. So what's going on with your cards this week then? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Fairy Godmother. And the Fairy Godmother is a little bit different in this deck than when we think of, say, Disney folklore. Alright, the Fairy Godmother in this deck talks about revelations and epiphanies when you realize that you are being spared something negative, even though you thought you wanted it. Okay, and that can be a lesson that's important to learn, you know, in a lot of ways. Sometimes we don't know that a door that gets closed is actually a bullet being dodged. And there can be a lot of opportunities that show up this way this week, whether it's, you know, in relationships, in friendships, or in work. You know, the Fairy Godmother is basically saying, you know, don't fight your guardian angel when it comes to, you know, a good thing versus a bad thing. The Fairy Godmother also often talks about a better alternative to whatever you thought you wanted. And it's important to get past the... Sometimes we all, even as adults, have that childish, I don't want the good one, I want the one I want. We have to get over that sometimes, and the Fairy Godmother is going to show us exactly what that means. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we've got the Hierophant card reversed. Breaking the rules may actually be something that you don't come up with as an idea, but maybe somebody in an official position. In fact, the Hierophant card reverse can say something that is normally out of protocol goes in your favor this week when it comes to getting a job or actually advancing your work position. You may be finding out that we are doing something ahead of schedule that may actually get you climbing the corporate ladder, or possibly get you a situation where you are earning more money than somebody who's normally in your position or in your schedule does. Again, the Hierophant card reverse can often talk about that Saturn retrograde lesson, where are some rules just meant to be broken, or not because they're meant to be broken, but because they shouldn't be there in the first place. And it looks like somebody up there is actually coming around to this idea and doing something about that in your favor this week. So whatever rules, protocol, or you know, frustratingly administrative barriers are in your way may actually be pushed aside by somebody who has the clout to do it. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the 8 of Pentacles upright. And this card can actually be a really nice card to see when it comes to friends and relatives, because again, extra opportunities for earnings coming around for you. A friend or relative may be actually bringing an opportunity to monetize an activity that you already do. whether to support an artistic project or a personal project that you have going on, or to begin a joint venture, possibly starting out as just a mere profitable hobby, but then evolving into so much more if you are receptive and willing to participate and invest your energy. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the 8 of Swords upright. Your challenge this week, Aquarius, is to be careful, when it comes to the 8 of Swords, and learn the lesson. One of the things I like about the imagery of this card, if you pay attention to it, it's like, you notice, okay, she's tied up, she's depressed, she's surrounded by swords. Her hands are bound, but she can still take off her blindfold. She can still cut herself free on the swords. Yet, she's kind of stuck. And that is because this card talks about paralysis by getting too much into the shock, awe, and offense of a negative situation. And this week your challenge is to make sure that you don't necessarily get paralyzed by the feelings of shock, awe, and offense in anything. Sometimes we get bad news. Do we want to break down and have a therapy group over it every single time? We can't. And the thing about the 8 of Swords is saying, where are we holding ourselves back sometimes because, again, we want to go write a play every time we have an unpleasant emotion. And I'm not saying that to you specifically, that's just a human failing. But this week it may be more tempting than usual, and you're going to have to find something more productive to do. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the 3 of Cups reversed. Interestingly enough, when it comes to love and romance, you may be finding out that a loving relationship, for those of you who are single and looking, may not come through the group of friends that you have. Or if you've been having a habit of making choices based on who you think would fit in with a group of friends or a relative or things like that, I don't know if you want to be doing that so much this week, because the 3 of Cups reverse indicates that love may come from somebody that doesn't actually fit in your social group. Your tribe and your group are, they can be under the same umbrella, but they don't sit at the same table. And sometimes that's a lesson that is also necessary to learn. You may find love this week in somebody completely outside of your social norm, or you may find that a lover that you meet will be somebody who's great for you, but might not necessarily be so compatible with the crowd. They're not dating the crowd. That's what I always think. When it comes to those of you who are currently coupled, don't force friends and lovers to get along when they're not going to get along. That is going to put you in a more compromising position than if you just let them be themselves. Let them be grown-ups. Let them handle themselves this week. Alright? You may find, that, okay, my friend and my girlfriend don't really mesh. Or my boyfriend and my mom will just never see eye to eye. Again, your boyfriend's not dating your mom. I hope. So it's not going to happen, it's not a big deal. It's not something you have to take personally, and it's not a blotch on your relationship record with your friends, your family, or your lover. It's just a matter of letting people handle their own affairs. And that's what you got to be able to do. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.